episode number 4. If this is your first time joining me today, welcome. My name's Abby, and this is my corner of the internet to play and make mediocre crafts. And if you're coming back, thank you for coming back and joining me again. That means a whole lot. Today, I'm going to be sharing some finished objects, showing a couple works in progress. One is properly in progress, and the other two are balls. They haven't been put on needles yet, but they will be put on needles soon. And then the reason they're not on needles is because of my current work in progress, which is what I'll also be sharing with you today. So if you see what I'm wearing, this might look familiar. This is from my last episode. It is my Friendship Has Lace Borders top. See that is the bottom of it. These are the sleeves, and it's just a nice, light, airy t-shirt. It's really hot in here. I turned my air conditioning off, so I did not want to put on my first completed object, which is a sweater full of mohair and wool. So not appropriate for this room temperature right now. Also, as I move around, you might see this massive piece of blue tape on the wall, and that is because my cat has been clawing a hole in the wall, as you know, as they do. She's a large lady, and she's been playing with the hole in the wall. So if you see this random tape floating behind me, that is just my life right now. So here we go. First completed object of today is the Monday sweater by Petiteknit. I've talked about this in my other videos, so I will just be brief. It's black yarn, the West Yorkshire Spinners Exquisite line. It is a 4-ply, and it is 80% Falkland wool, 20% mulberry silk, and it is held double with this Fig and Posy Fiber Company Mohair in the colorway Vixen. Those yarns held together, I used 3 skeins of mohair, 3 skeins of the West Yorkshire Spinners. I did not use all 3 up. I used about 2 3/4 skeins. I knit a size medium, and my gauge was smaller than the pattern recommended, so I wanted an oversized sweater. I typically sit between an extra small and a small. That is what I knit my first Monday sweater as, is kind of a combo of the extra small, and loved it. Fits great. Just crop length wise, arm length wise. This sweater I wanted to be kind of cozy, fuzzy, oversized, slouchy, sexy, dark and fun. And that is what I got. So this be she. I am so pleased. Look how long those sleeves are. I do not have any pictures because my husband is going to come to the Upper West Side with me and take a whole bunch of fun, cute fall sweater pictures. He doesn't know this yet, but he will. And surprise, if you're watching, you're gonna be my photographer. Anyway, I don't have pictures of me in this. I want them to be cute, proper, nice photographed pictures when I do take them. So this is the best I can do for you right now. I will kneel though. I'll show you what the bottom of this looks like. It goes to about crotch length, like midway through butt level. Ta-da. So I love this. It's warm, it's cozy. I have one more sweater that I'm going to be holding double with mohair this season. And then I think I'm gonna be done for a while. It just doesn't get cold enough here to have a lot of yarn doubled up sweaters, so I'm not gonna have a whole ton of them, but I did want the experience of trying it. So I love this sweater. I'll hold the fabric up so you can see the color a little bit more. I just love the black and the purple. I mean, I'm a New Yorker, so just everything should be black, but this was like, make it black, but also give me some color, but make it black. And that is what this is. I adore the variegation through the purpley Vixen Mohair. The first two skeins had a lot of silvery streaks in it, so everything up here is all very uniform. And then the sleeves had a little bit more of a burgundy in that Mohair mix in this last skein. And I just love how it all blended together. It's just beautiful. And I will be loving this for hopefully a very long time. So this is my Monday sweater by Petiteknit. If you're new to sweater making, I highly recommend this pattern. It is very easy to follow along with. Do not be intimidated by the German short rows. They are not as bad as claimed to be. It's just knitting up, pulling up legs, and turning around. So I was intimidated by them a lot in my first Monday sweater, and I carried that project around for weeks, like talking to different knitters around town, and then finally I just like bit the bullet and tried, and it was fine. So do not be intimidated by German short rows. They are no thing. My second completed object are the vanilla socks DK weight yarn by the Crazy Sock Lady, and this is nothing prolific. It's just heel flap and gusset basic vanilla sock. I like a basic sock because I go through socks quite fast. I don't want to spend a lot of time knitting them because they will get worn through. And the purpose of knitting DK socks, for me at least, my winter boots, while they are the appropriate size for my feet, they always feel way too big, and I end up wearing all of my pairs of socks to take up all of the room within the boot. So I'm knitting thicker socks for myself. This is the first year I've ever knit socks or known how to knit socks. So my goal is to knit a whole bunch of socks from now until when the snow flies, so I don't have to wear all of my socks at once in my boots. For these socks, I used Fig and Posy Fiber Company tweed sock in the color Twilight, and I held it double from the cuffs to about here, where you can tell where the color deviates a little bit. This is all held double with Taupe Le Maintenant 100% BFL fingering weight yarn in the color Hosta. It was left over from the socks I knit for my two friends over the summer, and it was 50 grams, so I divided it in half, and I put 25 grams in this sock and 25 grams in this sock, and then held the Fig and Posy yarn double for the toe on each side. And Bob's your uncle, got some socks. They're so nice. I love these. They're gonna look super cute with my boots. All my boots, not just the super big boots that need lots of socks inside, but also my normal size boots that aren't for snow. They're just really cute. They're comfy. They'll be good for winter time when I go visit family in the Midwest, because it will be very cold there. And I have more socks on the docket, so stay tuned. But this be them. This is my second pair of DK weight socks in the last few weeks. Then my work in progress. The reason why this has taken me so long to film, I wanted this to be finished when I came to you to show it, but then I thought it might be nice for you to see what the skein looked like, and it's little now and the project's almost done, so I figured I'd just show and tell, and then the next video it'll be done. So this is the Stephen West, just gonna make sure my stuff is not falling off, the Stephen West Boneyard shawl. This is a free pattern. This skein is the main skein, hence why it is itty bitty sized. And this skein is the color of the bones. You'll know what I mean when you see this in a second, but there's bone ridges that slant all the way down the scarf, and this is what is the spines. And then this is I've been calling it the intercostal spaces. If this is the ribs, this is the intercostal space between the ribs, if you know body part lingo. So here is my, and then in addition to this yarn, this is called the Camel's yarn. I cannot remember what the colorway is, but I will put it in the description box if you are interested. I'm holding it double with this gold sewing thread by Dual Duty. It's just a polyester basic thread. I did not want the thread to grow. I did not want, when I blocked this, I didn't want the thread to like be popping out and thready all over. So it's been taking me a while to knit this because I want everything to be very tight and consistent. I've been looking at people's Ravelry pages because I just feel like I've been in shawl purgatory for forever, and was blown away that this shawl took people like 3 or 4 days. I'm like, but how? But how though? Like the purling alone coming back and the rows increasing every time, and like how? Perhaps it's faster when you're not holding thread. So this is how far I am. I'm pretty close. I'm pretty close to getting to the border. So I'm gonna try to hold the material up close so you can see what it looks like with the gold held double, and then these are spines, and I'll hold it here. So this is the like top of the shawl, and then it all like aims downwards. And of course, like these needles are far too small, but I love my Addy rockets, and I'm just gonna keep stuffing this shawl on the needles until it is done. So, c'est la vie. That is what I'm currently working on. It takes forever. I put in a marker. I got a lot of knitting on this done yesterday, and this is my progress keeper. So I started here, and yesterday I knit all of this up to here, which is like quite a lot with all of the row increases. That took like all day. So like this just feels like it's been taking forever, but it's gonna be worth it. It's beautiful. I'm very happy with it, but I just want to have it already so I can go outside and wear it, because I feel the fall coming in, and it's the perfect fall shawl. Okay, so works in progress. I'm making my first Musselburgh hat, and I'm using, actually I'm looking to the sky like it can give me the answers. It cannot. This yarn is by Bumblebee Acres Fiber Farm. It's their Coquette sock in the color Dragonstone, inspired by House of the Dragon. I, however, think it reminds me of the New York City skyline. So I'm a long distance runner, and I live up in Inwood. And when I'm running down the Empire State Trail towards Midtown and downtown Manhattan, this is what the skyline looks like, because you have the Hudson, which sometimes is blue, sometimes it's like it's brown. But you have the beautiful blue sky, and you have the beautiful blue water. And then as you get closer, you have like the bluish gray steel and the bluey looking windows and buildings, and the windows are reflecting the sky and reflecting the water, and everything just has this like shadowy steel blue gray look to it that just gets closer and closer and closer as you run towards it. And I took a picture on one of my long runs recently where like everything was just perfect and it looks just like this. So this is how far I am on my Musselburgh hat. I'm just doing the increases right now. I haven't measured yet to check my gauge. I could at this point, but it's looking really nice and I'm super happy with it. I've never knit a Musselburgh hat before, and for the cast on method I used Knitty Natty's crochet hook cast on method, and I highly recommend it. She is also a phenomenal teacher, really clear, really easy to follow. I didn't have to restart the project at any point. I just followed her directions and all of a sudden was like here and like making this. So it's very fun. I love it. And it looks like shadowy skyline. And I'm very happy. So hopefully the next video I will have more to share with you on that. Let's see. And then 2 more projects. My second set of socks are going to be Mohair, and then this is a single sock that was a mini skein with the Fig and Posy Fiber Company tweed single sock Twilight yarn skein. This was a mini skein, and I ordered 3 different tweed sock sets, and they all came with this cream sock yarn ball in the color Arctic. So I'm gonna use all 3, it's 60 grams of this single sock yarn, and I'm gonna hold it double with the purple for the sock cuff and toe, and double with this pinkish Mohair. This is also from Fig and Posy Fiber Company. It is Mohair in their Jupiter colorway. And this was actually in my first Monday sweater. So actually both of these are from Monday sweaters. And then this is for a sock. And so I just thought these all looked so cute together and would make an amazing, sweet little sock. So I have little feet, I have size 6 feet. So I don't need a lot of yarn. I like a long leg, and I think this is a great way to use up all of these yarn. All of this yarn, wrong English at all. So I have more skeins of this. This is just one 20-gram ball. I have 2 more. And then last but not least, these have not been started yet. I bought this yarn when I was at Beautiful Knitters in London. This is Cardiff Cashmere Classic, and this is the knitting for Olive Cotton Merino. I've never knit with either of these, and I wanted to know what that experience was like. I'm going to hold them together to make brioche fingerless hand mitts, because there is one sweater for sure, maybe 3. We go from 1 to 3, that I really am interested in knitting, but I want to get a hang of excuse me, the half fisherman's rib and the brioche. I want to know what both are like so I can make my choice, and I figured what better way to practice those stitches than to make some fingerless gloves. So I'm going to make some fingerless gloves with this, with a free pattern by PurlSoho. I think it's actually, no, that's not in brioche. It is called the Half Fisherman's Rib Fingerless Mitt. That's what it is, by PurlSoho. So it's not brioche, I lied. And I'm hoping to have that started. I'm going to start knitting them on a US size 5, because the pattern wants you to use something that is not as thick as what I'm starting with. So I'm just kind of like looking at the pattern and then taking the pattern as just a friendly suggestion and making my own way. So we'll see how that goes. That might be an absolute trash fest. So, you know, you don't know unless you try. And that is everything that is going on here crafts-wise for this week. So in upcoming videos, there is going to be other crafts. So it has been very knitting heavy these first 4 episodes because knitting has been what's on my heart. But I have many artistic and crafty friends, and I have some friend episodes in the making and some ideas for the future that I'm super excited about, especially with all of the holidays coming up, and I'm very excited. So while all of these episodes have been very knit craft focused, do not be discouraged. There's more. There's more to come, and I'm very excited. Until next time, which hopefully I'll have some more finished knit objects and started knit objects and maybe some other crafts. Until that time, have an amazing rest of your day, rest of your week. If you're also working on your own crafts and artistic endeavors, I wish you all the best and hope they turn out better than mediocre. But you know, you win some, you lose some. Either way, we're learning and having fun. So thanks for joining me today, and any questions on yarn or patterns, I'll have more in the description box below if you're interested in checking that out. I will see you later and wish you all the best. Bye.